Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. The lighting looks fantastic on the camera today. I don't know what it'd be like for you, but it looks really good at the moment. We're back with another beer review. It's quite late now. I think we're getting on to about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Basically, I've had a bit busy day and just not got round to anything really. So by the time I've had tea and a bit of time with the missus, nothing's happened. But yeah, like I say, we're back with another beer review, and the beer I've got is one that I picked up while I was out with the wife in Mould, North Wales, and it was a beer that I picked up from the beer lab. Now, when I done my little beer haul thing that I got from Mould, this was the beer that I couldn't remember where I got it from, and it's actually called the Beer Lab. I think there's a few of them around the country. And the beer is from Polly's. Oh, pardon me. Hiccup, sorry. The beer is from Polly's Brew Co, who are out of Mould. And it's a collaboration with Northern Monk. Do apologise. There we go. There's the can. And basically, it is a triple IPA. It's called Flutter and Fade. It's coming in at 10% ABV. There we go. I'm going to show you the can. There we go, I'll turn it round. Now, Polly's have got beers in the supermarket. I think some of theirs aren't really up to their standard sort of quality. Northern Monk, their supermarket stuff can be quite shocking, but they are a good brewery. So I'm hoping that the fact they've collaborated with Polly's on a triple IPA, it's going to be a decent one. Any triple IPA should be good, surely. It should be big, hoppy and bitter and all that lot, and juicy. Flutter and Fade, like I say, 10%, picked it up from the Beer Lab. It was about £7.50-ish to take away. It's a 440ml can. Right, I'm going to show you that. There you go. You can do your bit. Somebody commented saying it's about time you got glasses, Baz. Yes, I know. I haven't got round to it. So you do your reading. I don't know what's in it. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Right, it's been in the fridge. It's going in a Salopian glass, which might be a little bit naughty, but I know Polly's do this style of glass as well. So I'm whacking in that. I like the glass. So hopefully, you know, the beer's going to be good in it. And hopefully the beer is going to be banging. So I hope you're well. Wow, that looks a proper juicy number. I think I'm going to have to give it a bit of welly to get a better head on it, but look at that. There we go. Wow. That is proper chicken stock. That is proper chicken stock, almost custard-like. As hazy as you like, looks nice and dense. I've got to say, when I was pouring it, I was thinking it's looking a little bit, not wishy-washy, but it looked a little bit light on the pour, but that looks absolutely fantastic. We've got about half a finger ahead. I can't see any bubbles going up, but my word, that is a thing of beauty. That is a proper looking beer. So, a little bit left in the can. Let's try and give it a swirl, have a sniffers, see what we get. Okay, it's not. It is. It's got that triple IPA feel to it. Initially, I wasn't picking nothing up, but I think from a triple IPA, you get that full-on hoppy note. You get that sort of mustiness, dampness. But that is all there is. I wouldn't say there's any sort of massive fruity aromas that you're picking up, that you can pick out. It's full on hop dank, even maybe like a really punching you in the face sort of tropical note, but nothing individual that you can pick out. It smells very dry, but it does smell good. It's got to be said, it does smell good. Do you know what? I'm not going to top it up yet. I'm just going to dive in. Polly's Brew Co, Northern Monk. There we go. Flutter and Fade, triple IPA, 10% ABV. What's left in there can go in a minute. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, wow. That is juicy. That is proper juicy. Wow. I've got to admit, it's bloody gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. But saying that, first impressions for 10%, this beer is light. For that 10%. There is some weight to it. There is that little bit of a chewy feel to it. Carbonation, minimal to non-existent. It is there. It is very, very minimal, I'm going to say. But it almost feels non-existent. But it brings something to the party. Wow. That is a big juicy number. To the point that it is so juicy. It's so juicy. It almost makes you feel like it's artificial. Almost makes it feel like that. But you get in the hops. There is no dodgy flavour there. It feels proper real, this does. Wow. That is a really good beer, it's got to be said. I'm not impressed with the body. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more weight in the body. I'm sure there's oats in this, but maybe they've cut back on the oats to make a cheaper beer, maybe. I don't know. But it would have been nice to have a bigger, oatier body, maybe. Proper juicy, hoppy, dank with a sweetness. Again, I said on the nose, if there's any juicy aroma that you could sort of pick out, you might say it's a big, bold, tropical note. And again, in the flavour, that is what I would say. I wouldn't say there's anything that sort of smacks you in the face individually. Pineapple, passion fruit, I'm going to say, if there is anything, because there is that slight sweetness to it. Very dank and musty, very dry, and I like that. I think sometimes with a strong beer, if it's big on hops, you do get that dryness to it. And I think that almost shows a little bit of authenticity, if you like, to it. I mean, they're the words I want to use. It sounds a bit pompous, but it feels sort of real with that dryness with the hops. That is absolutely fucking spot on. It's got to be said. I think the last beer I had, funny enough, that sort of looked like that, was actually from this brewery, Salopian, and it was the one that they'd done with Oakham, I think. I could be wrong. Oakham, I think. And it was a tropical pale ale. And I said it was just full of pineapple, or I'm certain I said it was pineapple juice. It just felt so, it was just overdone with that, and that's how it felt. But it looked exactly like this. And this is probably, in a way, what I was hoping for it to taste like. But it tasted like it did. Wow, that is really lovely. And I would say, behind the hoppiness and that juicy note, there is a slightly sweet sort of malty backbone. I said it was sweet anyway. I think that maltiness is starting to come through. That is beautiful. That really is. 10%, do you get it? You know it's a bigger beer. You know it's a stronger beer. Do you really get that 10% though? It's nowhere there really. It really isn't. I mean, when we talk about Belgian breweries whacking out 10-11% beers that you don't get the ABV in, excuse me, this matches them, if not better. 10%, 6-7% tops, I would say. But we're still having all that hoppiness and all that flavour. This still feels like it's just a really good 6 or 7% beer. For me, that is banging. If I had any criticism, like I said, it would be the body. The body feels quite light for 10%. But saying that, it does give it a drinkability. Not that you need drinkability on a 10% beer, but for me, Polly's Brew Co. and Northern Monk and their Flutter and Fade triple IPA, absolutely quality. I think that is fantastic. I actually think that they've got the body of the beer spot on in a way. If I really want to be critical, yeah, could it be a little bit heavier? If I want to be really hard on it, yeah, it needs to be heavier. But I just think they've found this balance between that flavour and the body of this beer, and it just works. It's dangerous, but you're never going to drink 6 or 7 of these here. But what a fantastic beer, picked up from the Beer Lab in mould. So a big thumbs up from me. Would I recommend it? Yeah, a lot of money. I think it was about £7.50 to take out. That's a fucking quality beer. Now, when I'm getting beers like that, I don't care. I've gone on many a time about supermarket beer. The quality of their beers, £4 to £5 for something. You're not going to get something like that in the supermarket. You're really not. Certainly not £5. Fantastic. So I'm going to end it there. 12 minutes in. That is a fantastic beer. I love it. If you get a chance to get hold of it, if you're in North Wales, pop to the Beer Lab, give them a visit, see what they got. They got Belgian beers in there as well. If you've had the beer before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.